Hello everyone, welcome to Aspirants World. Today our topic is Niti Aayog report on multidimensional poverty index. Recently, Niti Aayog released the poverty index based on the multidimensional perspective. So it said that the poverty has declined in the country and it has given even the report on different states. In this video, we are going to see what is the national average reduction of the poverty based on the multidimensional sense. Along with that, I am representing the Telangana in comparison with the national decline in the poverty. Along with that, I am giving the AP details also. So let's start our video. The Niti Aayog titled the National Dimensional Poverty Index, a progress of review 2023, and this report revealed that India's multidimensional poverty rate, and it measures the poverty on the three dimensions based on the health, education and the living standards. Under the health, again it takes the two more indicators, that is the nutrition, child mortality. Under the education, it takes the years of schooling and the school attendance average. And in the living standard, it considers six sub-indicators like cooking fuel, sanitation, drinking water, electricity facility, housing, and some of the assets like the ceiling fan in this way. So overall, the multidimensional poverty index calculate the poverty based on the access to health, access to education, and access to living standard. Under that, again, it consider the indicators like nutrition, child mortality, the years of schooling, school attendance, and all these different living standard indicators. So based on the measurement of all these indicators, it said that the multidimensional poverty index has represented it's a decline in the poverty in the country. But before we see what is the latest report highlights, I just want to give you a clarity. We must have a awareness about what the target of sustainable development goal it meets. So under the health, as we have seen the nutrition, so when any country fulfill the nutritional standards, it meets the SDG 2 goal, that is the zero hunger. And regarding the child mortality, it follows the SDG 3 goal, that is the health and well-being. Under the education, the years of schooling speaks about the quality of education overall. So the quality of education falls under sustainable development goal number 4. And in the living standards, if we see the access to the cooking fuel, it comes under sustainable developmental goal number 7, which speaks about affordable and clean energy. Regarding sanitation, so it is sustainable goal number 6, clean water and sanitation. Again, the drinking water also comes under the same goal, that is the SDG number 6. Electricity access comes under SDG 7, which speaks about again the affordable and clean energy. Housing comes under SDG 11, sustainable cities and the communities. And assets, like as I said, the basic bicycle, motorbike, refrigerator, the TV, having radio, telephone. So all these type of basic requirements as assets, it comes under SDG 1, which is itself is no poverty. So in this way, I have mentioned here indicators, and each indicator again falls under the SDG area. So these are the different type of goal numbers. Maybe there is a chance to ask in the exam point of view, it falls under which goal number of the SDG. So I have given even that details also. Please go through here. Let's see what are the highlights of this report. So as we have seen, the report was released in the form of National Multidimensional Poverty Index, a progress of review 2023. So it has given the report on this name, and it said that based on the dimensions of health, education and living standards, overall the poverty has declined from 24.85% in 2015-16 to 14.96% in 2019-21. That means it has given overall the 5 years average. So in these 5 years, the poverty has declined from 24.85% to 14.96%, which is very, very important. It means nearly 135 million people moved out of this multidimensional poverty during this 5 years of time period. Along with that, it highlighted that the states like UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and Rajasthan witnessed the fastest reduction in the multidimensional poverty among all the states. According to the report, even in the rural and urban areas also, there is a significant decline in the poverty in this time period. The rural poverty has fell from 32.59% to 19.28%, which is again very, very important. And if we come to urban poverty, it has dropped from 8.65% to 5.27%. So this is very important. That means overallly, we have to remember the overall fall in the poverty is from 24.85% to 14.96%. If we see the rural poverty, it has declined from 32.59% to 19.28%, and in the urban 8.65% to 5.27%. If we see what is the overall value decreasement, we have seen in the percentage. Now what is the MPI value? It has decreased from 0.117 to 0.066, and it leads to the decrease in the intensity of poverty from 47% to 44% in these 5 years. It indicates that India is going to achieve the SDG target 1.2, that is of reducing multidimensional poverty by at least half before we reach the target of 2030. Normally, we have the SDG targets which was made in the year 2015, and these targets were kept till the time period of 2030. So according to this target, before we reach the year of 2030, we must able to reduce our poverty by at least half. And today, based on this indication, we say that we are going to achieve this target which was provided under SDG target number 1.2. Along with that, the report showed that India made a significant improvement in all the indicators like nutrition, the child mortality, years of schooling, school attendance, and other like cooking fuel, sanitation, electricity. And it stated that all 12 parameters of MPI have shown the marked improvement. The report also said that there is a progress of various government schemes and initiatives such as the National Nutrition Mission, the Ayushman Bharat, the Swachh Bharat Mission, Ujjwala Yojana, Saubhagya Yojana, and other schemes also attributed a lot for the progress of the poverty condition in the country. The report also highlighted that the importance of using the national MPI as a policy tool to identify and address the multidimensional poverty and inequality in India. It said that the regional disparities and the inequalities in multidimensional poverty across states, districts, and social groups and the genders. It also found that Bihar, Jharkhand, UP, Madhya Pradesh had the highest MPI values, while the Kerala, Goa, Delhi, and Punjab had the least, which is very, very important. The highest is with the Bihar, Jharkhand, UP, Madhya Pradesh. Least goes with the Kerala, Goa, Delhi, and Punjab. It also found that the rural area had higher MPI than the urban areas. Scheduled tribe had higher MPI than the other social groups, and females had a higher MPI than the males. So it has even given the inequality existed in the poverty also in the country based on the gender, based on the tribal groups, based on the rural and the urban differences. Whatever we have seen just now, it is the indication of that one. So here if we see the share of multidimensional poor persons in the overall population, so out of total population it is 24.9% in 2015-16, and today it is nearly 15%, that is 14.96%. They have considered it as 15%, and in the rural area 32.6 to 19.3, from the urban 8.7 to 5.3. So whatever we have seen in the earlier slides, it has given in the bar graph. And let's see here what is the state's performance. The multidimensional poverty index scale was measured in the form of 0 to 1 scale. So the lower the better. That means if we have the low indication, that is the better state is performing. So let's see the least state here, that is the 0.002 multidimensional poverty index is to the Kerala. If we see the highest, it is in the red mark, that is the Bihar 0.16. So the highest goes to the Bihar, the least goes to the Kerala. So here they have given the state's performance. And the biggest areas of deprivation, that is the share of population in deprivation, each indicator also they have mentioned, like the cooking fuel, housing, nutrition, sanitation, health and years of schooling here. And the biggest drops in the share of the multidimensional population we have seen in the Bihar. Bihar right now is having the highest multidimensional poverty poor, but at the same time in the last 5 years there is a sharp decline in the poverty also. This is the state with the biggest drop in the share of the multidimensional poverty also. So the Bihar, followed by Madhya Pradesh, followed by UP, Orissa and Rajasthan. So these are the top 5 states which got the biggest drop in last 5 years regarding the poverty. So this is how the Niti Aayog has given the report. And if we consider the AP, so the multidimensional poverty in Andhra Pradesh saw a drop of 5.71% from 2015-16 to 2019-21. So remember this, there is a drop of 5.71% of poverty in these 5 years in AP. So according to the report of Niti Aayog, it said the state recorded 6.06% of poverty in 2019-21, down from 11.77% in 2015-16. That means what it is trying to explain, overall earlier there is a 11.77% of poverty in AP, and presently it has reduced to 0.6%. That means there is a fall of 5.71% overall. So that is what the AP status of poverty presently according to Niti Aayog report. If we see the same report on Telangana, it said the poverty has declined from 13.18% in 2015-16 to 5.88% in 2019-21. That means if we compare AP and Telangana, AP in 2015-16 the poverty is 11.77%, but on the other hand Telangana was with 13.18%. But today AP is with the 6.06%, but the Telangana has the more decline of the poverty, which right now reached to 5.88%. So the Niti Aayog report said presently the Telangana poverty is 5.88%. So the Telangana government said the state efforts towards the inclusive development is a crucial 7.3% of population moved out of this multidimensional poverty between these 5 years. So as if I write here, for the Telangana state, it is 13.18% earlier, which has fallen to 5.88% presently. That is the fall of nearly 7.3%. So this is what the AP and Telangana status of Niti Aayog report on multidimensional poverty index. So now let's see the comparison of Telangana state with the nation's average. So the nation average has declined from 24.85% to 14.96%, but the Telangana has declined from 13.18% to 5.88%. If we see even in the urban sector also, it is 8.65% to 5.27%, rural 32.58% to 19.28%, but in Telangana urban has fallen down from 4.92% to 2.73%. The rural has fallen from 19.51% to 7.51%. Let's see here the Gujarat. On the other hand, there is a fall of 18.47% to 11.66%. The Karnataka 12.77 to 7.58. The UP 37.65 to 22.93, and here 36.57 to 20.63, and Rajasthan 28 to 15%. Here they have given the nation's average with the Telangana average, and moreover now it is a conflict between the BRS political party and the BJP political party. So if you see this picture, all these states are BJP led government, so they have given the comparison of how better the Telangana is performing compared to other BJP led government states. But whatever, uh, it is very important in the exam point of view, though you can ignore this BJP led government's fall in the poverty, but we have to remember the nation's average in comparison with the Telangana average for the group's level of examination. So this is all about the Niti Aayog report on the national multidimensional poverty index. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and do remember all this static data for the examination. Do share, comment, and like our video. Subscribe our channel for further notifications. Have a great day. See you guys in the next video.